expert representation from the professionals at 911 Tax Relief. Our highly accredited team of expert tax professionals have over 40 years combined experience negotiating with the IRS and state for the best possible settlements allowed by law. We can stop liens, levies, protect your savings, and your business. Call now and find out if you qualify for recently released programs designed to provide struggling taxpayers significant relief and potentially having up to 85% taken off the amount you owe. We will review your case for free and give you a guaranteed fixed quote to settle your case. No games, just the best representation possible. Call now, 800-382-0572, 800-382-0572, 800-382-0572.
The home of the Bulls and the home of Mike and Mike from the Mazda State Street Studio in downtown Chicago.
This is WMVP AM Chicago.
The following program is a paid advertisement. The views reflected on this show are not necessarily the views of ESPN 1000.
106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You heard the boy. Let's hit it. Yes. Hello, Rooster Baby. That's for my little buddy down in Orland Park. I saw his brother yesterday. I really did. I saw his brother at the show. It was really good. That's that Chicago Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo. There you go. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Chauncey's Great Outdoors. And let me tell you, whoa, we are at this week, and I was trying to figure out how to do it out there, but we couldn't get a phone line into my booth without it costing too much money, of course. We're out at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo in the Schaumburg Convention Center. If you're a fisherman, or love the outdoors, or want to go do something with your family, your buddies, your wife, you single guys, bring your girlfriends, there is so much going on out there. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. But first of all, we got to say thank you to our sponsors that bring this program to you every single week. We're talking Bass Pro Shops, all three stores. That's Gurney Mills, Bolingbrook, and Portage, Indiana. Spring Classics coming right around the corner. Keep an eye on your sale papers there. Waterworks Marine, 18660 South Cicero Avenue, Country Club Hills. Paul's Pizza in Westchester. Midwest Outdoors Magazine, the new Midwest Outdoors Magazine. Rend Lake Resort and Conference Center. And our friends at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo in Schaumburg going on this weekend and today and tomorrow. Don't forget Tinley Park Outdoor Show going on in 2 weeks in Tinley Park. Our buddies at Vermilion Dam Lodge, which is also at the show. Our good buddies at Yellowbird Fishing Products. Got a great interview today with them, so you want to mark all this down. We got a jammed full show today, a jammed full show. And remember, we are the official station of Shimano's high school fishing teams throughout the state of Illinois, and we are just excited about that and thanking Shimano to be part of our team here on Chauncey's Great Outdoors, the most listened to outdoor radio show in the Midwest. Thank you very, very much. Coming up today, who do we got? First of all, we've got our good buddy at Todd Alberto, the show manager. Of course, you got to have the show manager on. But we're going to have on our Tommy Scarless. You like crappie fishing? You like walleye fishing? Then you get to this show today. He's doing seminars like you wouldn't believe. He gets a huge crowd of people. Everybody's excited. They're cheering. Every word they're listening to him. It's I just can't handle it. Then we also have our good friend, Rick Battellini from Yellowbird Fishing Products. And we go through, it's just not planer boards. It's Yellowbird Fishing Products. You'll hear more about that also. And we're going to talk about all kinds of neat stuff that's going on. I can't even tell you. I'm excited. We're going to do a fishing report when we come back from our first break. It's just, there's so many things going on out there. I mean, literally, I had everybody that came up to me. I don't think I had one person that said they were disappointed. Not one person. They just loved it, all the stuff they saw out there. It was really cool. It really was to see the excitement, and especially lots of kids and their families. They were coming to my booth and having fun, so we cannot pass any of that up again. We did that. When we come back, we've got a lot more show for you. Fishing reports and just our normal Damon Runyon camaraderie. Where? Right here on Chauncey's Great Outdoors. The Waterworks Marine Group is Chicagoland's #1 marine dealer and has once again received the Mercury Marine prestigious, and I mean prestigious, Customer Satisfaction Index Award. Less than 80 of 4,000 dealers across the country receive this award, making Waterworks Marine your one store for service and all your boating needs. Tell them Chauncey sent you when you stop in at the store or give them a call. Visit them at Waterworks Marine Group online at waterworks.com. Give them a call at 708-798-9700 or stop down at 18660 South Cicero Avenue. Remember, Chauncey sent you. You want that good price. Oh, do you ever hold a G. Loomis rod in your hand? Your knees buckle? Mine too. That new E6 walleye rod is here, and it's making debut at the G. Loomis booth. That's number 537 at the Chicagoland Fishing Tackle Expo in Schaumburg, Illinois. It's a handcrafted rod made in America. Did you hear that? Made in America. And you'll find a wide range of actions for all your walleye fishing needs. But when you hold it, it feels like it belongs there. It really does. So check out the hottest new fishing rod on the market at G. Loomis E6X Walleye Rod at booth 537 at the Chicagoland Fishing Tackle Expo in Schaumburg, Illinois. Hey, Bass Pro Shops. My second home. Sometimes it's my first home. Great thing going on. They've got their trophy deal sale going on right now, and everything's on sale right now. On selected brands going now through February 15th. You can save 25 to 50% off on a wide variety of apparel in their clearance section. How about 50% off on certain camouflage clothing? You can get all geared up for turkey hunting coming up. And you'll find special pricing in the fishing department on rod and reel combinations. So come to Bass Pro Shops in Portage, Indiana, Gurney Mills, and Bolingbrook. Bass Pro Shops, it's where your next outdoor adventure begins, indoors at Bass Pro Shops. Want that Canadian fishing feeling? Like you're in the backwoods of Canada? But you don't really want to cross the border? Well, then here it is. Minnesota's Lake Vermilion Dam Lodge is the perfect place to plan your next trip. Stay on a 40,000-acre lake with 1,200 miles of shoreline. Couldn't get that one out of my lips today. 365 islands, large and small. And you know what? It's less than 9 hours from anywhere in the Midwest. Lake Vermilion Dam Lodge has fisherman and family-friendly lodging, and it'll have you returning for years with plenty of walleye, muskie, bass, and pike all there for you. Stop at the Lake Vermilion Dam Lodge booth at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo and tell them Chauncey sent you. Ask them about their walleye school in the fall. You'll want to learn that.
It's a sport fishing spectacular. The third annual Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo runs Thursday, January 29th through Sunday, February 1st at the Schaumburg Convention Center. Chicagoland's ultimate fishing event is back with hundreds of fishing and travel exhibits, including many of the major tackle manufacturers with their latest gear for sale at the show. Book your next trip with local guides or lodges and resorts from around the globe. Learn from pros like Mike Iaconelli, Gerald Swindle, Jim Sarek, Joe Bucher, Tommy Scarless, and many more. Compare and buy the latest 2015 fishing boats, all at sports show pricing. Enter daily giveaways for thousands of dollars worth of fishing gear and trips. Demo rods and reels. Learn to fly cast or tie flies. There's free parking and fishing fun for all ages this Thursday through Sunday in Schaumburg. From bass to walleye, pike to perch, muskies to salmon, it's all at Chicagoland's Ultimate Fishing and Travel Expo, running Thursday through Sunday at the Schaumburg Convention Center. Visit sportshows.com for more info. Don't miss it.
Hello, everyone. This is Chauncey, your host of Chauncey's Great Outdoors Radio, and I want to tell you about a fantastic new magazine for fishermen and hunters right here in Illinois. It's called Midwest Outdoors. No, I'm not going crazy. Midwest Outdoors has been here, but this is the new Midwest Outdoors. It's better than ever, and it's jam-packed with new features, great information on fishing and hunting that you can use. Whether you want to know where to go, what to use, how to use it, or just plain enjoy the outdoors, the new Midwest Outdoors is worth a look. Every issue has great articles from your favorite professional outdoorsmen, and this month's marked map will get you on the fish on your favorite lake. Midwest Outdoors is available at leading newsstands, or you can have it delivered to your home for only $14.95 for 12 issues. You can sign up online at MidwestOutdoors.com or call them at 800-606-3474. All major credit cards accepted. That's MidwestOutdoors.com or call 800-606-3474. The new Midwest Outdoors magazine and television show, helping you enjoy the outdoors. HookandHuntTV.com is an exciting all-internet show. Sign up for their free weekly newsletter and join host Jim Crowley as he covers everything that goes bang and or splash. Get hooked on the hunt at HookandHuntTV.com. Paul's Pizza and Hot Dogs on 31st and Wolf Road in Westchester is the home of the largest and best Italian beef you'll find in the Chicagoland area. With a full menu of charbroiled sandwiches, pasta, Italian favorites, and more, you'll know why people throughout the suburbs and Chicago will drive to Paul's for a true Chicago-style Italian beef. But Paul's Pizza and Hot Dogs on 31st and Wolf Road in Westchester also has a catering menu of Italian favorites like eggplant parmesan, salads, manicotti, chicken Vesuvio, marsala, and more. To make your next party special, call Paul's for catering at 708-531-9080. That's 708-531-9080.
Yeah, but we always run into a problem at the end of the show where we don't run that final break, so I'm trying to get them all in since it's all recorded.
And taste what a true Chicago tradition is like.
It's Chauncey's Great Outdoors on ESPN 1000 and ESPNChicago.com.
I like a catfish in the river, like a flounder in the sea. When the rancher comes along, she always makes a fool of me. I go
hook, line, and sinker. We had it dancing. Welcome back, everybody, to Chauncey's Great Outdoors. And woohoo! Man, I'm not kidding you. I'm fired up. I'm going. We're having a ball here today. Tons of stuff. We're at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo, a.k.a. the Schaumburg Show. Just call it that. It makes it a lot easier. Too many tongue ties, and stuff like that. But let's talk some fishing stories, some fishing. First of all, Chain of Lakes, our good buddies, are getting some nice bluegills. I know it's going to be 44 degrees today or warmer. It's already, I can't even see the temperature. It's 36 degrees outside. If you're watching YouTube on our stream and you see me looking up to my right or your left, whatever it is, there's a whole line of TV screens with news and weather and sports and all kind of stuff going on, and that's how I wind up picking up on some little tidbits like that. But they're doing pretty good up on the chain there, those back bays, back channels. A lot walleye are better on Marie Lake than many of the other lakes right now. But be careful. Check your ice. It's going to be a little sloppy. It's going to be wet, which means you need to wear creepers. Creepers are what you put on the bottom of your feet, and you're walking on ice that's got a little bit of water on it, because there is nothing slicker than water on top of ice. There is a term. I don't know if I could say it without getting yelled at by some FCC person. It's slicker than you-know-what on a doorknob. It is really slick. But, be careful out there. But they're doing, like I said, some nice bluegill. A couple of walleyes are on crappie. Bite is going to, it's about usual, typical, nothing great. But they are going to get some crappies. Listen to Tommy Scarlett today at the sports show. You'll be picking up a lot of stuff like that. On the Chicago lakefront, we've got ice fishing going on in the harbors. But please use caution. That ice goes up, and it's pushed up and down. It develops cracks. It does this. It melts. Please, please, please be careful on any ice you go on. There's plenty of safe ice. Just I'm asking you to check it. That's all I'm asking you to do. But Montrose, believe it or not, they were working some power lines on the open water and popping a few coho. I better call Captain Tony. Oh, he's at the show also. He's got his own booth this year, so you stop by Captain Tony, say, "Hey, Tony," and see him. But they're doing quite well for that. And I have to say, the most popular thing on Chauncey's Great Outdoors lately, I really try to bring good interviews, great stories. It's my grandson's fishing report. Here it is, hot off the press, printed out, first time I'm reading it. Papa, Grandma's taking good care of us while Mama's on her trip with Daddy. And she says that everything is fine. Okay, I don't know where that came from. In Kalamazoo, My friend's dad said the steelhead guys were getting fish below the Allegan Dam on spawn, plugs, and a jig and waxworm. I don't like jigs. They kind of squiggle. I think he meant the waxworms kind of skiggle. Grand Rapids by my house, they're still out finding some steelhead, and they using the fish are like chrome colored. Chrome colored. I don't want to tell you how he spelled chrome. It's Krom something, but he meant chrome colored. And back by Muskegon, by Aunt Dottie's, they're getting good numbers of steelhead in the lower sections, and they're using spawn sacks. Grandma will be home on Sunday. Have fun at the show, Aiden. You got to love that kid. You got to love that kid. That's pretty cool. That is really cool. Oh, my goodness gracious. But no, I mean, really, at the sports show, we've got so much activity going on. People are having fun. We're doing all kinds of stuff there. At my booth, as a matter of fact, we've got the Chauncey's Great Outdoors booth. We've got the Chicago Herpetological Society. They are there with lizards and snakes and all kinds. And, if you don't like snakes, that's okay. You don't have to scream and yell. Just, walk past them. But I used to be afraid of snakes. And they really showed me that these snakes are so calm. They'll lay in your hand. People put them around their shoulders. And we just have so much fun there with the kids. And a lot of adults we have fun with, too. Kids come to my booth. We ask them questions. What's the state bird, fish, things like that. And they can win prizes. I want to thank Coach Anderson from the Chicago Wolves and 4 of the players that came out on Thursday. Spent Well, the players were there for about 3.5 hours. Coach was there for 6 hours, talking to people, talking to kids, signing autographs. He'll be back on Sunday, he said. He's not sure what time. He says we gotta win the games in Rockford, but he goes he'll be back on Sunday to enjoy it with us. Our Kids Day is also Sunday at the show, so if you get kids, they get in free, and they're having a program where I think they're giving away about 400 tackle boxes if you go through and check out a bunch of different things. So that's going to be really a cool thing to do. We're also seeing, Sunday. That's my imitation of a Morse code teletype. On Sunday, we have an Illinois State High School IHSA casting competition for members of high school teams. Even if you're not a member of a high school team, but you are a high school student and you want to get in the competition, we've got we don't have good prizes. We got, great prizes. And I mean, great prizes. We've got 3 gift cards for first, second, and third place from Bass Pro Shops. That's going to make I wish I was winning these gift cards. There's so much. Shimano, rod and reel combinations, all kinds of stuff. It's real simple. You sign up, free contest to get into, couple of casts. Everything will be all done and over by 3 in the afternoon, with the finals taking place starting at 2 o'clock. But you can just take your cast and then go enjoy the rest of the show. Lots of great stuff going on there. We got that. I'm going through the whole list of stuff and things. Once again, we got Todd Alberto's on. We got Tommy Scarless, Rick Battellini from Yellowbird. Don't forget, Captain Tony's there. Stop by the Yellowbird booth. Tell him you heard this all on Chauncey's Great Outdoors. Vermilion Dam Lodge. You need to go see those guys. Unbelievable place. 9 hours from Chicago. You think you're in Canada. And you didn't have to, any of the hassles and stuff like that. But it's not that bad to go across the border. I mean, you just go through International Falls. You got to have your paperwork. Be nice to the guys on the border, the ladies on the border. Don't, treat them, just be nice. The golden rule. That's the trick there. We got that. We got Biz Bates. Yes, Biz Bates is there. You don't want to pass up their booth. And they got some new colors and new looking baits. So check them out. We'll have that. And I think that's a little bit of everything that we hit. If I got time for a phone call there, buddy? Yeah, Chris is saying, get the phone call, Chauncey. Who do we got on the line here? First one, Mike? Hey, Mike.
Well, hi.
Hi.
Well, I got a question. Where's the best place to go ice fishing right now, and what's at the outdoor show for ice fishing?
Yellowbird, I know, has some spoons. There's 3. Oh, my God. There's 4 outdoor, the 4 tackle shops that are there. Angler's Outlet, Lee's, Dave's, Bait and Tackle, Fish Tack, they're all there. And, they've got certain things, but, you could talk to a lot of people. There are guys in the booths that you can talk about ice fishing. There really are. Manufacturers are there, different plastic lure companies, some jigs companies there. Just talk to them about how to rig something, what to use. They're there. You can enjoy it. Come on, it's going to be 44 degrees today. It's a great place to go, I would think. Don't you?
Well, that's where I'm going this morning.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got to be there by 8:40 because I'm doing a thing on television for Channel 5 News. So we're going to be doing a thing there. But you got to make sure you bring kids or something because they'll have some fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there when they open.
Well, you know what? It's going to be jammed when they open. And parking's going to be tough. So if you're going to go there, I would definitely go early. It's free parking, but it definitely fills up quick, okay?
Okay.
I tell you what, Mike, I'm going to have Chris write your name and address down. I'm going to put 2 tickets at will call. Okay?
Great.
For you. And I want you to come and stop by my booth, will you?
All right, I will do.
All right, Mike, thanks much.
All right, I'll be there when they open.
Oh, yeah, it's you and a lot of other people are going to be. Last year, it was so crowded at the opening. The lobby extended out the door with people and back into the Renaissance Hotel. There are that many people there. Mitch, I'm going to tell you to hold on. We got to go to a break. You're listening to Chauncey on Chauncey's Great Outdoors. You know us. We know the outdoors. Want that Canadian fishing feeling without the hassle of crossing the border? Then Minnesota's Lake Vermilion Dam Lodge is the perfect place to plan your next trip. Stay on a 40,000-acre lake with 1,200 miles of shoreline, 365 islands, large and small, and it's less than 9 hours from almost anywhere in the Midwest. Lake Vermilion Dam Lodge has fisherman and family-friendly lodging that will have you returning for years. Plenty of walleye, muskie, bass, and pike are all there for you. Stop at the booth at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Show and ask about their fall walleye school to learn how to catch them big walleyes. At booth number 830 and tell them Chauncey sent you. Make Yellowbird Fishing Products your one stop at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo in
Sorry, I didn't realize you didn't have live reads there.
The 31st for all your open water fishing needs at special prices. From walleye, pike, muskie, perch, trout, and salmon, Yellowbird products have been catching fish for 87 years with anglers putting on a Yellowbird product before their first cast. Stop by their booth, number 200 at the Schaumburg Show for the great lures at great prices and tell them Chauncey sent you. Hello everyone, this is Chauncey, your host of Chauncey's Great Outdoors Radio, and I want to tell you about a fantastic new magazine for fishermen and hunters right here in Illinois. It's called Midwest Outdoors. No, I'm not going crazy. Midwest Outdoors has been here, but this is the new Midwest Outdoors. It's better than ever, and it's jam-packed with new features, great information on fishing and hunting that you can use. Whether you want to know where to go, what to use, how to use it, or just plain enjoy the outdoors, the new Midwest Outdoors is worth a look. Every issue has great articles from your favorite professional outdoorsmen, and this month's marked map will get you on the fish on your favorite lake. Midwest Outdoors is available at leading newsstands, or you can have it delivered to your home for only $14.95 for 12 issues. You can sign up online at MidwestOutdoors.com or call them at 800-606-3474. All major credit cards accepted. That's MidwestOutdoors.com or call 800-606-3474. The new Midwest Outdoors magazine and television show, helping you enjoy the outdoors. The Ren Lake Resort is truly a little bit of heaven at Exit 77, just off Interstate 57, and has been totally upgraded and remodeled. From new furniture, linens, flat screen TVs, to the most comfortable beds that will make you feel like you're sleeping on a cloud and more. The Ren Lake Resort is the only resort on Ren Lake, and you're only minutes away from being on the water, right there from your room. But you can also go hiking, biking, golf, and more. And it's also the gateway to the Southern Illinois wine trails. So make your plans to come to Ren Lake Resort, the only resort on Ren Lake. Call them at 618-629-2211 or go to renlakeresort.com. Illinois, mile after magnificent mile.
It's Chauncey's Great Outdoors on ESPN 1000 and ESPNChicago.com.
Well, hey, everybody, welcome back to Chauncey's Great Outdoors. And yes, we are at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo on the floor with our good friend, the man, the only, Tommy Scarlett.
Hey, thanks for having me, Chauncey.
Buddy, you're here at the show. What's going on? You got all kinds of stuff you're doing.
Yeah, they've got me pretty busy. I had 2 seminars on Friday. I've got 3 today on Saturday, and then I've got 2 tomorrow on Sunday. So things are rocking and rolling. We're talking about both crappies and walleyes, and the heading of those seminars is Awesome Walleye Tactics and Awesome Crappie Tactics.
Now, I was at one of your seminars, and, you had a couple hundred people there taking notes and listening to you. I mean, they were like, every word coming out of you was like gold to them.
Well, I would hope so. The biggest thing that we try to do is try to teach people how to fish or catch more fish. And it can go anywhere from the beginner all the way up to the advanced angler. What I'm looking for here is to just try to share everything that I know in 35 to 40 minutes and then answer questions relative to both the great sport of crappie and walleye fishing in each seminar.
Now, the Chicagoland market, really the Midwest market, I mean, yes, bass fishing is very important to a lot of people, but when you talk crappie, walleye, I mean, people start getting like, their eyes start their toes curl, their eyes roll up. That's king to them.
It's crazy too, is that my crappie seminars now are starting to outdraw my walleye seminars. And, it's really incredible how the average angler is spending more time now crappie fishing, I think, than just about any other species out there. So there's a lot of interest in crappie angling. There's still a lot of interest in walleye angling. And this Chicago market, these are hardcore anglers. I did my first seminar years ago here in the Chicago market, and now close to 20 years later, it's still rocking and rolling. There's still some great people in this neck of the woods that love the great outdoors.
Oh, exactly. And some of the things that, you're just talking, yes, there's many seminars. There's bass fishing, there's muskie seminars, there's lots of things going on at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo today, Saturday, and through tomorrow. But the thing is, when you talk crappie fishing, so many upper Midwest lakes, that's like a staple that people are looking for and enjoying and doing like that. And then you throw in a walleye. You're talking whether you're fishing the lakes up north, the big lakes up north, even further into Canada, or even fishing the Illinois River. Those are what people want to know, how to locate them and find them.
Yeah, and you take Illinois, I fish a lot on the Illinois River, so a lot of what I'm talking about in my seminars is based on catching more saugers out of the Illinois River or the Mississippi River, which is one of our great boundary waters in this state. I fished a ton in Saginaw Bay and Lake Erie and the Great Lakes, so we cover a lot of that in the seminars. And then when you get into crappie fishing, when you start talking about some of the reservoirs here in Illinois, like Rend Lake, where I hang out at Lake Cove Resort and catch tons of crappies. There's a lot of opportunity. What we're going to be talking a lot about too in the seminars are specific techniques, using artificials like power bait and gulp instead of having to use live bait. And if you're going to use live bait, making sure you've got the right kind of live bait. One of the tips that I'll share right now with your listeners is if you're going to fish with live bait, fish with live bait. Get the livest, craziest bait you can fish with. In other words, the minnow that you can easily catch in the minnow bucket is not the one you want to fish with. It's the last one in the bucket you catch. Only you got to figure out which one that is first, and you got to put that on your hook.
That's a good tip. I like that one. But I think, we talk a lot about Rend Lake on the show because, it's, several hours south of Chicago, exit 77, a little bit of heaven at exit 77. And actually the Rend Lake Tourism Bureau is here. So I want all you people to stop in at the Rend Lake Tourism Bureau here at the show. Talk to them. Tell them Chauncey sent you. There's a lot of information you could pick up on some great places to go fishing. And the cool part is you're still in Illinois. But the other thing, you were using some really long rods, I saw.
Yeah, we've got the advantage right now where I've got the St. Croix booth. The factory booth is on hand here at the show, as well as the Berkeley factory booth and a lot of the Ray Marine booth is here. And so you get to come out to the show and learn all these tips and tricks and tactics, but you also get to get your hands on the latest and greatest gear. And the rod you're talking about from St. Croix is the 10-foot crappie rod, or the 10-foot rod from the Panfish series, and it's long, it's sensitive, but it's well priced. A rod like that normally should be, over $200, where this one's a little over $100. But it's the crappie rod, I feel, from God. And we were also talking about the Legend series. The Legend Extreme series has been revamped, all brand new line. And then they've even taken the Mojo Bass series of rods, and they've gone to one better grade of graphite blank on that rod. So they've gone from an SE2 to an SE3 graphite on that Mojo Bass rod from St. Croix. And with that factory booth here, they've got almost every rod that St. Croix manufactures, including the Mojo Cat for you cat fishermen out there. And it's a pretty cool cat as far as that rod's concerned.
Hey, Mojo Cat, I love that one.
Mojo Cat rising.
Exactly. Now, but we're going over so many things with your walleye and your seminar here. But you're also here for people to come and talk to. You want people to walk up to you in the St. Croix booth, or if you're the Ray Marine booth, and say, "Hey, I've got a question, Tommy. This is what I'm trying. This is what I'm doing here. I'm trying to use a small planer board, a yellowbird planer board, to get crappies and stuff like this." And you could go through and help these people, can't you?
Yeah, and I run into a lot of old friends, out on the aisles. I ran into Sven Ryder the other day, or yesterday here at the show. And, I've got to tell all my friends, hey, man, I'm busy working the show. The people are what it's all about. I'm watching Ike and Ellie work the room. I'm watching, all the other pros that are here, Joe Bucher, to name a few. And we're here for the people. We're here to answer fishing questions. We're not here to chum around with the rest of the pros or guides, et cetera, et cetera. We'll catch up with them guys before and after hours or at lunch. But the people need to come out to the show because there's lots to see, and that's what it's all about. It's about the angler, the Chicagoland area angler that we actually get to reach out and touch and talk to.
And I don't care where you are, but whether you're in Southern Ontario, Quebec, British the Saskatchewans, Manitoba, the Dakotas, the Minnesota, you're going to run across Chicago anglers, aren't you?
You are. I mean, they travel a lot. It's great to hear the accents when we're out on the road. I'm from Iowa, so it's not too far away. We've always come, my sister, my relatives, my cousins have always come over to Chicago to search for wedding dresses. Well, this is the epicenter of fishing. If you want to see, I think, by far, the best fishing show the Midwest has to offer, if not the United States, it's at the Chicagoland Fishing Show.
It really is. And we're talking about the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo at the Schaumburg Convention Center in Schaumburg, Illinois. It's a great show. We're going, all day today on Saturday, and we're going on Sunday also. On Saturday, we're going from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and on Sunday, we're going 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Sunday, don't forget, IHSA, we've got a casting competition going on, and all those IHSA high school students can come in here, cast, and win some big prizes, as well as some rods, reels, and lots of stuff here at the show. Tommy, I just want to say thank you for coming on, and you said you're doing a couple more seminars today and on Sunday, right?
Yeah, I've got a total of 3 seminars today on Saturday, and I've got 2 on Sunday. And, so it's pretty much whatever time.
I'm going to play a liner in between the two interviews.
Either on the hog trough or up in the seminar room, they're going to be able to grab me. And it's going to be bouncing back between walleye and crappie. So if you get here and I'm doing a walleye one, stick around for a while. I'll be doing the crappie one fairly soon after that. And, the biggest thing is the tips, the tactics, the gear, it's all here.
Sounds good. Tommy, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, man.
That's Tommy Scarlett, everybody. You're listening to Chauncey on Chauncey's Great Outdoors. You know us. We know the outdoors.
This is Chauncey's Great Outdoors on ESPN 1000 and ESPNChicago.com.
Hey, everybody. Good morning and welcome back to Chauncey's Great Outdoors. I am with the man, the guy who is running the best outdoor show going on in Chicago, and I mean it right now. It is unbelievable at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Show in the Schaumburg Renaissance Center. Mr. Todd Alberta, how are you?
Chauncey, I'm doing great, buddy. How about you?
I can't even say. There's people everywhere. There's kids, there's adults, there's grandparents, there's young families, there's couples here. Everyone is enjoying all the stuff going on at this show. What's going on over here? What are you doing?
I'll tell you, the turnout has been tremendous. I'm looking around. We have more manufacturers this year than we've had in the past. We have some great speakers. I mean, the crowds at the seminars today just blew my mind.
Your buddy, Mr. Iconelli, he had overflow. I don't even know. How many chairs are out there?
Well, we've got about 300 chairs on the floor. Every one of those was filled. We have another, about 40 at the tables around it, and every one of those seats were filled. I bet you there were probably 500, 550 people there at 1:30 on a Friday afternoon.
They wanted to see the man, Mr. Iaconelli. And you've got more people coming. You got Tommy Scarless here. You've got, who's coming on Saturday and Sunday?
Well, tomorrow we've got Tommy Scarless, but we also have a great lineup of local experts tomorrow. One of the ones I'm really looking forward to see is Steve Mui. Steve will be a sensational draw. Bobby Bergen and John Cleveland, Ralph Steiger. John Cleveland's going to do some fly fishing seminars, but Ralph Steiger, I mean, he's a stud over on Lake Michigan. He should be quite a good speaker for the day.
Oh, I think he is. And one of the most important things, you said it, there's so many manufacturers here. I mean, you have St. Croix, you've got G. Loomis, you've got Shimano, you've got Berkeley, you've got Daiwa. I'm probably forgetting somebody, so I'm going to get, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, it's unreal who's here.
And there are a few I've got to add because they've really been super supportive of the show, both through some sponsor projects. Plano, for instance. Plano and Trable have been tremendous to us. We had our Muskie Madness Day today. They gave away nets. They gave away tackle management bags. And then when they saw how many kids were in the audience at the Muskie panel at the end of the day, they actually threw in a kids package with a rod, a reel, and a Frable net between Plano, St. Croix, and Daiwa.
You're kidding me. The kids must be screaming up there.
They were ecstatic.
And that is so cool. But once again, yes, there's there's fishing rods and lures and spinner baits and jigs and lines and lures and biz baits and all kinds of different lures here. But you've got lodges from many areas. I mean, you can come here, pick up a bunch of stuff, and plan a trip.
We've got guides from Florida. We have lodges from Alaska, Ontario. Unbelievable representation of Ontario lodges and resorts. And then throughout the upper Midwest, whether you're talking Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, we cover those areas very well. It's a tremendous selection. We have over 100 lodges represented here at the show.
And that's what I think is great because the one thing they say about the Chicagoland angler is we like to travel. We want to go to places. We just don't go down to the river fishing like they do in Peoria. We go out. We'll go up to Canada. We'll go up to Vermilion Dam Lodge. We will go up to Wren Lake in southern Illinois and visit the Wren Lake tourism people that are here. We'll take a ride up to Lake of the Woods in Minnesota. We'll take a ride over. There is so many places for people to enjoy. And that's the cool part about it is you just see more and more about this. This place is going to be full of screaming women on Sunday. I want you to know that.
Sunday? Why would that be, Chauncey?
You've got Mr. Polinick coming.
Oh, Mr. Popular. Brandon Polinick. Yes, he's not only an outstanding fisherman and a class act, but the ladies do tend to like him a little bit.
I've had more women come up to my booth today saying, "Is he here today?" I go, "No, he's here on Sunday." They look at their husbands. "We're coming back on Sunday." It's great.
Oh, I believe it. He's a true gentleman. Not only that, a very knowledgeable fisherman. His seminars are always a big draw when he comes to town. I think this is the second out of the last 4 years that we've had him here in town. And he always does a great draw, but he's also just so technique specific that you're going to learn a ton by seeing him.
The other thing I want to mention is a lot of people, they look at the show and, okay, you've got the hog trough, you've got the areas, you've got the manufacturers, you've got a couple of great local and regional tackle shops that are here represented, but you have a whole lineup of boats. You have really, if you like looking for a fishing boat, pontoon boat, you need to be here, right?
Yeah, I can't think of too many brands as far as fishing boats here that aren't represented. And that's, we've got a great selection of fiberglass boats and aluminum boats.
I saw, and once again, I can't even go through the whole list because I'm going to miss
She
somebody.
looks like my mom's age.
From V-bottom boat.
So theoretically, I could see a grandma
because bass boat to just a wide variety. It doesn't.
A lot of people have kids by 30.
There's something for you here to enjoy, and I heard they're dealing.
They are. I think they're moving some boats, and again, it doesn't matter what you're pursuing, whether you're out there looking for crappie or you're a bass fisherman or a walleye guy, a muskie guy. There's a fishing platform in this show for you, and there's multiple options, so you can do your comparisons right here at the event. Make a decision to buy right here at the event.
And I got to get a lot, because all day you're going to be, there's CBS has been out here, NBC's been out here, Channel 7's been out here, WGN, you had Iaconelli on WGN television this morning. I would have loved to have seen that one. People want to be here. It's exciting. You could see it in their faces. I mean, they're lined up before the door opens to come to this show, and you don't see that at any other show that I've been to in Chicago this year.
True. We are very fortunate because of the industry support. They stood behind the show very well. The manufacturers are big. People like to come in before they're making a significant purchase for new gear, and they like to put the rods and the reels and the tackle in their hands. They like to talk to the experts about what makes their product special. They can do that here with just about every major brand before they make a purchase at the local retailers we have. I mean, we have the 5 best local retailers in the Chicago market participating in this show with their wares.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, we even have a commercial on our show that we're talking about the G. Loomis brand new walleye rod, hottest rod on the market that is out, and this is their debut here at this show. So it's a great way to see that rod here. Also at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Show, which is going on today, and the hours today are, my friend?
Let's see, today is 10 o'clock until 7 o'clock, and tomorrow, Sunday, we are open from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
And at the Chauncey's Great Outdoors booth, we've got the Chicago Herpetological Society. We've got 3 nature centers from the Forest Preserve District of Cook County today, and we've got some of them coming back tomorrow. We've got some kids casting going on today for little kids. That's being sponsored by the Pathway to Adventure Boy Scouts. And we've got, lastly, Sunday IHSA casting tournament. I've got in my pocket $150 worth of gift cards, brand new Shimano rods and reels, and more for the winners of that contest. And it starts at 10 when we open the doors, and the finals will be at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Todd, thank you so much for coming. You got one more thing for me?
I do. Speaking of the kids on Sunday, one thing that we didn't mention was Family Day on Sunday. Kids 11 and under are free. The first 150 kids 11 and under through the door get a tackle box, and then we have a scavenger hunt where, and Chauncey, you're on that scavenger hunt.
Okay.
Some of those 500, 600, 700 kids will be coming over to get their scavenger hunt form stamped at your booth, and some other very family-friendly, outdoor-oriented displays. And then they can come over to the grand prize booth at the end of the scavenger hunt and get a free prize, a free fishing-related prize.
Todd, you did another one. This is the 4th year. We're going to have 5, 6, 7, 8, the next 50 years having a great show here. Thank you for all of your hard work and your staff that have done a great job once again this year.
Well, and Chauncey, thank you for your continued support, and thank you, Chicagoland, for giving us the opportunity to have a successful event here. I really appreciate it.
That was Todd Alberto, everybody. You're listening to Chauncey on Chauncey's Great Outdoors. You know us. We know the outdoors.
Come to Bass Pro Shops for their trophy deal sale going on right now. It's on selected brands through February 15th. You can save from 25 to 50% off at the end of the season clearance sale on apparel, and also 50% off on certain camouflage clothing for all that turkey hunting. You'll also find special pricing on fishing department for rod and reel combos. Open water fishing is here. Don't pass that up, okay? Those rivers are still catching fish. So come to Bass Pro Shops in Portage, Indiana, Gurney Mills, and Bolingbrook. Bass Pro, it's where your next outdoor adventure begins, indoors at Bass Pro. The G. Loomis E6X Walleye Rod is here and making its public debut at the G. Loomis booth 537 at the Chicagoland Fishing Tackle Expo in Schaumburg, Illinois. This handcrafted, American-made rod, you'll find a wide variety of actions for all your walleye needs, and you know what? When you hold it, oh, it feels so good. Check it out. Put one in your hand. I'm guaranteed you'll be a fan. So check out the hottest new fishing rod on the market, the G. Loomis E6X Walleye Rod at booth 537 at the Chicagoland Fishing Tackle Expo in Schaumburg. And the Waterworks Marine Group, Chicagoland's #1 marine dealer, has once again received Mercury Marine's prestigious Customer Satisfaction Index Award. Less than 80 of 4,000 dealers across the country have received this award, making Waterworks Marine your one-stop for service and all your boating needs. Tell them that Chauncey sent you. Visit them at waterworks.com or call them at 708-798-9700 at 18660 South Cicero Avenue in Country Club Hills.
It's a sport fishing spectacular. The 3rd annual Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo runs Thursday, January 29th through Sunday, February 1st at the Schaumburg Convention Center. Chicagoland's ultimate fishing event is
You have the
back,
audio
with
for
hundreds
the
of fishing
computer
and travel
plugged into
exhibits,
the other
including
mic
many of the
over there,
major
right?
tackle manufacturers with their latest gear for sale at
What do you
the
have it
show.
plugged into?
Book your next trip with local guides or lodges and resorts from around the globe. Learn from pros like Mike Iaconelli, Gerald Swindle, Jim Sarek, Joe Bucher, Tommy Scarless, and many more. Compare and buy the latest 2015 fishing boats, all at sports show pricing. Enter daily giveaways for thousands of dollars worth of fishing gear and trips. Demo rods and reels. Learn to
Did you do a
fly
Bass
cast or
Pro
tie flies. There's free parking and fishing fun for all ages this Thursday through Sunday in Schaumburg. From bass to walleye, pike to perch, muskies to salmon, it's all at Chicagoland's Ultimate Fishing and Travel Expo, running Thursday through Sunday at the Schaumburg Convention Center. Visit sportshows.com for more info. Don't miss it.
Paul's Pizza and Hot Dogs on 31st and Wolf Road in Westchester is the home of the largest and best Italian beef you'll find in the Chicagoland area. With a full menu of charbroiled sandwiches, pasta, Italian favorites, and more, you'll know why people throughout the suburbs and Chicago will drive to Paul's for a true Chicago-style Italian beef. But Paul's Pizza and Hot Dogs on 31st and Wolf Road in Westchester also has a catering menu of Italian favorites like eggplant parmesan, salads, manicotti, chicken Vesuvio, marsala, and more. To make your next party special, call Paul's for catering at 708-531-9080. That's 708-531-9080. So stop on out to Paul's Pizza and Hot Dogs in Westchester on 31st and Wolf Road and taste what a true Chicago tradition is like. HookandHuntTV.com is an exciting all-internet show. Sign up for their free weekly newsletter and join host Jim Crowley as he covers everything that goes bang and or splash. Get hooked on the hunt at HookandHuntTV.com.
It's Chauncey's Great Outdoors on ESPN 1000 and ESPNChicago.com.
Well, good morning, everybody, and we're still on the floor of the great Chicagoland Travel, Fishing, Outdoor, and Tackle Expo. I think I got all that right, didn't I, Rick?
Yes, you did. Absolutely.
That's Rick Battolini, everybody, from Yellowbird Fishing Products, and he's one of our sponsors of the show now, but I want to really tell people and let them understand from your lips, when you say Yellowbird Fishing Products, everybody thinks of the planer boards. There's a lot more to this than that, isn't there?
Yes, there is. First of all, let me say thank you very much. We are very excited to be a part of your show for this season and hopefully for many more years to come. But I want everybody to know that Yellowbird is not just a planer board company. We own the Dr. Spoons and the KV Spoons, which date back to 1929. And we also own the Prescott Spinner Rig Company, which dates back to 1893. And now we introduced our crankbaits, minnow baits, and our lipless baits, and we've had those for about 2 years, and the quality is phenomenal. The paint jobs are fantastic, and we're hitting a marketplace that it's not going to cost you $100, $200 a day when you lose them on the lakes and streams. So.
And that's exactly it. I mean, the one thing, as Rick just mentioned, Yellowbird products, it's not just those yellow planer boards. So everybody knows what that is. We don't need to talk about them, do we?
No, we don't. They've been around since 1970. So it's pretty phenomenal that, whenever anybody talks about a planer board, they say birds. So we're just like Kleenex. So everybody references those birds, no matter who the manufacturer is, they're called birds. So we're very grateful for that, but we also want to know that, we redesigned them last year, and they are phenomenal, and the price points are just fantastic. Everybody's going to love them. We're not an a la carte company. We include everything with our boards, so that's it about Yellowbird.
That's exactly, Don. I'm glad you put it that way. But when you come to the Yellowbird Fishing Products booth and at the show here, you really do see a very broad spectrum. You think of salmon fishing. We've got these huge, the original Dr. Spoons. Those would be great for a wide variety.
Yes, they are. We're actually one of the #1 spoons up in Canada for northern pike, lake trout, and muskie. But the salmon fishermen, we're introducing them to them, even though, again, we've been around since 1929. We have 6 different sizes, and the running ability is just beyond compare. and it's fantastic. So we have something for everybody. We have 40 different colors to choose from, and again, we have 6 sizes and 8 different styles. Casting spoons, thin trolling spoons, we got ice spoons, we got big game spoons, and we have casting, I think I said that already. We have an ultraviolet series, and also the original Dr. Spoon with 40 colors.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look at those, spoons, you're looking at pike, you're looking at the muskie, you're looking at, some big lake trout and a lot of other, a wide variety of things that literally that would attack. Now, you got KB spoons, which is an interesting, line, because it looks similar to something I saw before, but it looks completely different than anything I've seen.
Yeah, it's an hourglass shape, and just like the Dr. Spoon, it's a 2-in-1 spoon. So if you leave the hook on the large end, it gives you a nice wide sweeping trolling vibration and mid-depth running. And if you turn it to take the hook off and put it on the smaller end, it gives you a tighter wobble and it runs a lot deeper. But what we did 4 years ago is they were very redundant with the Dr. Spoons. They all look the same, the 5 of diamonds, the Fire Tiger. So we didn't get a lot of play with it. So what we did is we came out with a holographic line, and it's been phenomenal. So we have 8 different colors and 4 different sizes, and the KB spoon is just one of those spoons that people kind of pass by, but when they use it, they're amazed at how many fish they catch and the runnability of them, and they're just fantastic.
Now these Prescott spinners, I mean, this is screaming walleye. It's screaming to me. You get one of those bright, flashy ones on there, it's screaming a pike to hit me. I mean, what do you? It's something. It's why don't you describe it? It's like a wire leader with a spinner blade and a large red hook on it, which is always a great color. But I mean, you could use all kinds of baits on that.
Yeah, originally Charlie's staff back in 1893 came up with this product. He actually cut the blade out of a snuff can on the bottom, and he stepped on it, and it created a little lip on the blade. And that lip on the blade creates a unique vibration that just attracts fish from 50 feet away. It's pretty amazing to see these fish turn around and come back to see what it is. But it's a 6 to 8 inch leader. We have color-coded beads, attracted beads. We either have a strip-on rig, or we have a regular original Prescott spinner rig that you can either use a dead minnow bait on it, or live leeches, or some live minnows or worms. Again, it goes back to 1893, originally for northern pike, but the walleye fishermen are using it. The bass fishermen are using it right now and vertical jigging them. The striper fishermen and even the trout fishermen are using these. Again, it's a great bait. It's an old school bait that people are starting to come back on. The colors are phenomenal. We got 23 different colors and 3 different sizes and styles, and it's just outstanding.
And I think you just mentioned something very important. A lot of these baits that, Yellowbird, fishing products they've been around for a while. People may have drifted away from them, but then they're realizing these are something that has been a fish catching tool. It's something that they've used before, maybe drifted back, and it's like, oh my God, I used to catch fish on them. Why didn't I start using it again? And the other thing too is, a lot of when you walk up there, you say, oh, that's some big spoons. But the sizes vary from the very large to something that you're casting for, your smallmouth and your largemouth bass, and even some of your bigger your walleye and stuff where you're casting lures, not doing that. You've got all that here. It's much more than that plastic yellow thing that goes in the lake and does that. But I want to talk about that in a minute, though. So we're not talking about that now.
Sure, I understand. I get it.
Now, the other thing, too, is these Dr. Spoons, you have an ice thing. This is intriguing. Are they really made for just vertical jigging, or are they made for also casting?
When I took the business over 6 years ago, all of our different colors were, or all of our different packages and companies were different colors, different sizes and styles. We had greens and browns and blues. So what we did is we took everything and we branded it a certain color, and that color is yellow and black. We kept with the Yellowbird colors, and we branded them so it's all one unique color. So when you look at us, you say, oh, that's Yellowbird fishing products. The thing is that on the Dr. Spoons, on our smaller series, we have a 3/8 ounce and a 1/4 ounce series. They weren't selling too well. And we said, what can we do to kind of spice things up? We went around and we looked at all the different packaging and all the different stores that are out there. We decided to go with an ice spoon, call it the Dr. Ice. And we changed the packaging. And since we did that, they've been flying out the door. It's been phenomenal. They aren't just for vertical jigging. You can troll with them. Out west, they're using them for trout. Even here, they're using them for trout.
Now, Rick, one of the things I wanted to ask you here, lastly, back to the Yellowbird planer boards. Yes, people look at the planer boards and think of big lake water, salmon fishing and stuff. We mentioned that you could use it for river fishing. They're using it for crappie fishing. They're using it for trolling for bass, getting close to the shoreline. But something like that, the best thing I think is having someone come to your booth and you explaining it, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. I can take them through it. It's very simple. It's pretty amazing when I do talk to people, I see the light bulb go off in their heads because they're thinking about all the different uses that they can use. Kayak fishermen are using our little boards, the crappie fishermen, riverbank fishermen. So that's something that's really not being talked about when you mention planer boards. Everybody thinks you just put them on the side of your boat and you just go and troll for walleye or salmon or coho or browns. So it is more, and I can explain everything to you. Come on out to the booth and we'll take you moment by moment, explain it to you until you understand it.
And an educational tour.
Educational tour sounds great.
Rick, once again, and if everybody, you got to stop by the booth here at the show in Schaumburg, and I got to tell you, the colors pop off the wall, the product is great, and tell them you heard it on Chauncey's Great Outdoors, because Rick is always a little nicer to all of our listeners. Rick, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much, Chauncey.
You're listening to Chauncey on Chauncey's Great Outdoors. You know us, we know the outdoors. Hello everyone, this is Chauncey, your host of Chauncey's Great Outdoors Radio, and I want to tell you about a fantastic new magazine for fishermen and hunters right here in Illinois. It's called Midwest Outdoors.
I'll just come out with the flute.
I'm not going crazy. Midwest Outdoors has been here, but this is the new Midwest Outdoors. It's better than ever, and it's jam-packed with new features, great information on fishing and hunting that you can use. Whether you want to know where to go, what to use, how to use it, or just plain enjoy the outdoors.
I'm not going to play the last hook and hunt. Can you just mention them?
Every issue has great articles from your favorite professional outdoorsmen, and this month's marked map will get you on the fish on your favorite lake. Midwest Outdoors is available at leading newsstands, or you can have it delivered to your home for only $14.95 for 12 issues. You can sign up online at MidwestOutdoors.com or call them at 800-606-3474. All major credit cards accepted. That's MidwestOutdoors.com or call 800-606-3474. The new Midwest Outdoors magazine and television show, helping you enjoy the outdoors. The Rend Lake Resort is truly a little bit of heaven at Exit 77, just off Interstate 57, and has been totally upgraded and remodeled. From new furniture, linens, flat-screen TVs, to the most comfortable beds that will make you feel like you're sleeping on a cloud and more. The Rend Lake Resort is the only resort on Rend Lake, and you're only minutes away from being on the water, right there from your room. But you can also go hiking, biking, golf, and more. And it's also the gateway to the Southern Illinois wine trails. So make your plans and come to Rend Lake Resort, the only resort on Rend Lake. Call them at 618-629-2211 or go to rendlakeresort.com. Illinois, mile after magnificent mile. Remember to check out our friend Mr. Crowley at hookandhunttv.com. I want to thank everybody for the listening, our friends at Bass Pro Shops, Waterworks, and everyone. Thank you so much for being a sponsor. Come out to the show, and I'd like to leave you with my Native American proverb, and it says, once you make a friend never leaves you, even into death. So a friend is forever. We'll see you at the show. Come on out to Schaumburg, everybody. Let's have fun.
Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, whatever you call it, Get Covered Illinois wants you to know that you need to enroll in a health plan before January 31st. Having health insurance is the law. If you don't get coverage, you may dollars or more. Coverage is more affordable.